The current CSGO scene is in a state of constant flux, with a handful of teams all vying for the number one spot, with no clear single team leagues above all the others. Right now, it's a close race between the Brazilian powerhouse of SK Gaming and the all-star lineup of FaZe Clan. But neither of them have a true stranglehold on tournaments. That said, let's take a look at the annals of CSGO history and see which teams have stood up on top of the podium the most. Number 7. Team Solo Mid. Though the American organization no longer fields a CSGO team, had one of the best teams of 2015 with its all-Danish roster of Sipnix, Device, Dupree, Kjun B, and Kerrigan, who won both PGL events and both Faceit League events of that year. All 5 players would eventually move on to form Astralis, a team currently sitting at 3 Premier wins total. Though Kjun B has since moved on and is currently playing for North, and Kerrigan is the current in-game leader of FaZe Clan, the current Astralis core trio of Device, Dupree, and Sipnix would be joined by Kirby and Glaive to win the E-League Major of 2017, and is still currently one of the stronger teams in the scene, and were quite dominant early in the year, still expected to make it deep in the tournaments. Number 6. SK Gaming. If you count the Brazilian team's core players, Fallen, Coldzera, Fur, and Taco stint on Luminosity Gaming, they would actually total 7 Premier Tournament wins, tying them with the next team on this list. SK Gaming's core players have 2 major titles to their name, the first being MLG Major Columbus in 2016 and ESL Cologne 2016, both of which they won with FNX as their 5th man. Despite taking home both majors of that year, their most prolific year in terms of results is actually the current one. In 2017 alone, they have won 4 Premier tournaments, with Phelps completing the lineup for most of the year. In the recently concluded Epicenter 2017, however, they had Bolt standing in due to a permanent transfer into the team, a change perhaps brought about by coming up short at this year's majors despite successful stints on other lands. Fallen's opping and in-game shot calling, along with Coldzera's phenomenal play, are the crooks of the squad, and they are set to continue their success through the end of the year. Number 5. Natus Vincere. Natus Vincere has been a storied organization in Counter-Strike since the days of CS 1.6, but despite a period of success in late 2015 to early 2016, have yet to win a major. Navi's most successful roster to date consisted of longtime CS 1.6 veterans Zeus and Edward, 2 of the CIS scene's rising stars at that time, Seized and Flamey, and one of the players in contention to be hailed as the best opper in the world, Guardian. The roster was known for methodical tactics and late executes, and were extremely effective on train. Despite moderate success, the team would come up short in 2 consecutive major grand finals, DreamHack Cluj-Napoca in 2015 and the MLG Major Columbus in early 2016, leading the team to shuffle out founding member and in-game leader Zeus for superstar in the making Simple, a move which did not bear enough results for the organization. 1 year later, and Zeus is back in the lineup after winning the PGL Major Krakow with Gambit Esports. Guardian is now opping for FaZe Clan, and Seized has just recently been replaced by Electronic. Number 4. EnVyUs. The all-French squad of EnVyUs has a total of 9 Premier Tournament wins under their belt, 5 of which came from 2015, starting off with the original roster for the earlier part of that year, composed of former LDLC members Happy, Kiyoshima, NBK, Shox, and Schmitz. A roster shuffle in July 2015 would see Shox and Smiths depart the roster in a player trade with Titan, where Kenny S and Apex would replace them. In EnVyUs, Kenny S would further solidify his claim as one of the best oppers in the scene, a reputation he has built up since his time on Titan. And the team would go on to win the final major of that year, DreamHack Open Cluj-Napoca. Nowadays, only Happy remains in EnVyUs from their major winning roster. Kiyoshima is currently inactive, and the other 3 players are currently playing for G2 Esports. Number 3. Virtus.pro. The longest-standing 5-man roster in CSGO history is also one of the scene's most successful. Taz, Neo, Pasha Biceps, Snacks, and Bialy have been playing CSGO together since 2014, and have had multiple periods of dominance in their long years together. a pillar of stability in the CSGO scene, known for its high-profile buyouts and shuffle upon shuffle to create all-star teams. Despite having had some bad slumps in the past, VP has continued to keep it together and have been showing signs of returning to top form recently, having finished second to SK Gaming at Epicenter 2017 and playing a very close nail-biting 2-3 series in the grand final. Number 2. Ninjas in Pajamas. Second on the list is Ninjas in Pajamas, who in the early days of Global Offensive established one of the longest dynasties in professional CSGO. Utterly dominant in the beginning of the scene, NIP had a strange hold on tournaments and are undeniably one of the most successful CSGO teams in history. The 5-man squad of Get Right, Forest, Exis, Fiflaren, and Freiburg are the stuff of legend, even accruing an 87-0 map record on LAN. 8 out of their 13 Premier Tournament wins are from their dominant 2012 to 2013 era, while the legendary lineup has since parted ways, and with NIP currently struggling, having failed to make it to a major for the first time at E-League Atlanta 2017 due to a shocking upset from Vega Squadron. A plethora of fans are undeniably still hoping and waiting for a return to a golden era. Number 1. Fnatic. Unsurprisingly, standing on the top of the list is the all-Swedish squad of Fnatic, who gained 14 Premier Tournament wins across their time in CSGO, mostly earned by their highly successful 2014 to 2016 roster of JW, Plasha, olofmeister, Krims, and Pronax, who also notably won 2 CSGO majors in a row with ESL1 Katowice and ESL1 Cologne 2015. This roster is of course also known for the infamous Olof boost on Overpass, though recent times have been hard on Fnatic since 2016 and their back and forth roster shuffles with Godsent, they have undeniably left their mark in the history of Counter-Strike Global Offensive as one of its most impressive teams. And it will probably be a while yet till their win record is toppled. If you like our video, be sure to subscribe and hit that bell button to join the notification squad.